Okay, so I have my walls in place. I want to, and what I did is I did a line, I set my first point of reference, and then I placed one wall and I duplicated and moved along and placed them all accordingly. So I want to make sure that I'm placing them, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the wall join tool. So if I go into the wall join tool, it's just to under the wall tool, I can see that it is option J. So pressing option J, I get the three modes along the top. So we can T-join, we can L-join, we can cross-join. I can also do uncap join mode and a cap join mode. That we'll see more when we get into like components with our walls. Right now, our walls are black. It doesn't really make a big difference. So I need to pay attention though in how I want to join my walls. If I'm doing a T-join mode or an L-join mode, because that's really going to make a difference. Oh, never mind. I did do that. Okay. So I've placed my walls. I want to T-join them. So all I have to do, I'm selecting the tool, and then as I hover over the wall, I click on the wall that I want to join to the other wall. It highlights in red. Now, paying attention, I'm hitting the wall. The first wall I clicked is the base of the T. The second one is the top of the T, right? So if I go the other way, it's not going to let me do that. Okay. So base of T, top of T, base of T, top of T, base of T, top of T. Okay. Now, with that, that's the T-join. Oh, I didn't want to do that one. That's okay.
What did you do there?
Selection tool.
No, but how did you cut that? That's what I was trying to do.
I didn't. So watch, all I did was I selected it. So selection tool, it gives me object handles. I took that object handle. I can stretch it. I can scale it. I can change the angle. I can modify it in any way. Okay. I'm going to hold shift so that I constrain it, and I'm only then changing the length and not the angle of the wall. And then I'm going to snap to this other wall as a reference point. I get that snapping point, and I click, and it's going to do
that. Was selection, and then you held the shift.
Yes. So selection tool will give me the object handles. I can scale. That's the scaling mode that I'm using. And the shift constrains the angle. That's all that's going to do. And then I snapped to another reference point where I wanted that length of wall to go to. Okay. So something we did, this wall, for instance, doesn't go this entire direction, but it is aligned on this side of the plan. It's here, and on this is all in the same line, right? It's just broken up. So in this case, I'm going to use the split tool, which is right here, the knife or the L. And then I can just do, there's 3 different modes. Right now, I'm just going to do click, and look what happened. I can see that this wall is highlighted, and it gives me this object handle right in the middle of the wall, because that's indicating to me that there's an endpoint there. There wasn't before. If I undo my action, if I select this wall, there's an object handle here, and there's an object handle here. That's at start and end point of the wall. That's what's showing me. Split tool, I just click a point. Now it breaks this wall into 2 pieces. If I hover over, I can see this section is red, and there's an object handle, object handle. This section is red, object handle, object handle. Okay? So now I can, for instance, go option J and do my join, my T-join, and here is actually an L-join, right? And before I do that, I'm going to split this one more time. So I'm going to go back into my option J, my join, and I'm going to do an L join. So I need to move over from the T mode to the L mode. I can select that, or what key could I press? U. Yeah. U, so that toggles me over to my L join. I'm going to go from this point to this point. Remember, I have to remember what pieces I want to keep. So I'm starting from this section of the wall because I want to keep it to this section of the wall because I want to keep that. If I went from this section to this section, it's going to give me a whole different outcome. Okay? Okay. There. This one goes from here to here. And right now. Okay. Is there any cross joins? No. Okay, so we've done a T join, we've done L join. I'll just quickly do a cross join. I'll do a generic partition so we can see what's going on. Right, so this, I have two walls, they're joined at an intersection here. I don't want to, and especially when we get into components, the studs aren't actually going to go through the studs, they're going to meet up. So what I'm going to do is Option J is my join tool, U key to toggle to the X mode, and then I'm going to click on both walls. I can see what happens is it's maintained this wall as one length of wall. It's uncapped these join sections, so it's cut out these pieces of the lines, so then it then joins with this sections. And this net wall is now split into two pieces, okay, but they are all joined. So we can't really see our joins with our black walls, but we do, here's a perfect example. I can see, as I'm highlighting, I can see the orange highlight goes here, and this one crosses over. So what's happening is, because I duplicated this wall and moved it, it's maintaining that miter join, and I don't actually want that to be there. So there's different ways I can go about modifying that. I can bring this back, and it didn't automatically heal. So I can go to my Remove Wall Breaks tool, which is the little band-aid. I can click and drag over it, and it removes that join that was there from the previous operation up here. I can also rejoin this. Actually, let's see. If now I try and auto join this, it does auto join that. So now you can see that as I hover over this, the highlighted lines only go to the intersection. Okay, so it did automatically join. Or I could use my join tool, Option Join, Wall Join tool, and it wouldn't let me do that operation because I'm in an X join, so I need to go U and toggle to the T join. Okay, so that's the Wall Join tool. I can also use the join mode. So if I select both walls, so I have two walls selected up in my object info palette. If I go to modify, join, there's a join command or Command J, and that will automatically join those walls as well. So then I can go, if I just need to select both walls, Command J, and it automatically joins them. Okay, so Wall Join tool, Option J, join command, Command J. All good? Any other questions about the Wall Join tool? All good?